Have you ever wondered if it's possible to multiply your salary in just 3 months without changing jobs or starting a risky business? It sounds like a dream, but it's completely possible. And the best part, you don't need a complicated plan or major changes in your life. The secret lies in applying a simple and accessible method that has already been tested by ordinary people who were in the same situation as you. Most people believe they need extra income or a big salary increase to improve their financial situation. But what if I told you that what you really need is a well-defined strategy? A method to use what you already have in a smarter way. It's not about waiting for a raise or getting into complicated investments. The key is having a practical and focused approach. Instead of getting lost trying to find a magic formula or waiting for a drastic change in your professional life, you can start right now. Just apply a proven method used by people like you, people who were earning modest salaries and began to act more strategically with what they had. When you do that, you'll start seeing results. And the best part, in just 3 months, your financial life can head in a completely new direction. Have you imagined the impact this shift can have? And the best part, it doesn't require a large initial investment or a complete overhaul of your routine. Are you ready to learn the secret and apply it to your daily life? Now, you might be wondering, but my salary is so small. How can it possibly be enough to generate results? And here lies the great truth that few people realize. The secret to multiplying your money isn't how much you earn, but how you use what you already have. That's right. The key is in making smart choices with the money you already receive. Let's imagine for a moment. Suppose you have a fixed salary and a small amount saved. Many people look at that and think, this won't be enough to make a difference. But what they don't realize is that instead of trying to accumulate a large sum all at once, the secret is making what you already have work for you. With a solid strategy, even a modest amount can bring surprising returns. Investing doesn't have to be a complicated or risky process. It's not about diving into volatile stocks or cryptocurrencies. The secret is to apply your money strategically into safer assets, like investment funds, government bonds, or even financial education that helps you make smarter decisions. If you learn to manage what you already have, the difference will be visible. What's important is understanding that the value you currently hold is your starting point. It's not about how much you earn. It's about what you do with what you already receive that will define your financial future. And believe me, with small adjustments and consistent actions, your salary can multiply in ways you never imagined. You've probably heard the phrase, time is money, and in the world of personal finance, that's more true than ever. The rush to see quick results is one of the biggest obstacles people face when trying to change their financial situation. But the reality is that true and lasting results come with patience and consistency. It's very common that when people start applying a new financial strategy, they expect big changes right away. But when results don't appear immediately, they get discouraged and return to old habits. This is normal, but here lies the big difference between those who achieve financial success and those who remain stuck in place. Imagine that you started saving and investing more wisely, following a tested method that truly works. In 3 months, you will see changes, but they won't be explosive. And that's no reason to quit. Instead, you'll notice small victories, savings starting to build, investments producing consistent returns, and more importantly, a new financial mindset. These wins will push you forward. Discipline is more important than speed. It's not about rushing to get quick results, but walking steadily and consistently toward your goals. People who succeed financially are those who understand that, over time, consistency has a huge impact. Patience is the key to building wealth sustainably and without major risks. Now that you understand that real results come with patience, let's talk about the biggest secret of all: discipline and consistent actions. Most people look for shortcuts, magic formulas, or quick fixes when it comes to finances. What they don't realize is that the true path to financial freedom lies in small, daily actions, done consistently and with discipline. Often, the idea of getting rich seems distant, something that only happens to people with big resources or luck. But the reality is that wealth is built when you make financial decisions every single day, no matter how small. It's not about waiting for the perfect moment or a big event. It's about committing to small, daily victories. Each time you choose to invest a little, save a little more, or cut an unnecessary expense, you're taking one more step toward your goal. Discipline is what separates those who reach their financial goals from those stuck in the earn and spend cycle. But that discipline doesn't mean living a restricted life. It means making conscious choices that align your actions with your long-term goals. Building wealth isn't a race, it's a journey. For example, instead of trying to find a shortcut or making a huge investment all at once, the secret is to develop the habit of investing regularly, saving consistently, and reviewing your finances periodically. Over time, this creates a compounding effect, where discipline and consistency turn into real wealth. Now let's talk about the villain that's blocking many people's financial success: procrastination. How many times have you said, "I'll start tomorrow," or "Now's not the right time"? This habit of delaying important decisions is what keeps most people stuck in financial struggle. Procrastination is one of the biggest enemies of financial freedom, often disguised as excuses like waiting for the ideal conditions. But the truth is, the perfect moment, the perfect opportunity, or the right timing never comes. If you keep waiting, you'll find yourself in the exact same place years from now. The real key to financial success is understanding that the moment to start is now, with what you have, not tomorrow, when you think things will be better. Starting with what you have, even if it's a small amount, is the crucial first step to changing your financial path. Instead of waiting for a raise, an inheritance, or the right time to invest, begin with what's within your reach. By doing that, you build momentum, and over time, that small step becomes a major win. Procrastination makes you waste precious time, time that could be used to learn, apply, and grow financially. Don't wait for perfect conditions. They'll never arrive. The secret is to act now. Take a small step without worrying about how big it is, because the consistency of your actions will bring the results you're looking for. Now let's shift the way you see money. Many people have a negative view of money, seeing it as dirty, problematic, or even something that brings jealousy. But if you truly want to reach financial freedom, you need to understand that money itself is not the villain. It's just a tool. What defines the impact of money in your life isn't the amount, but how you use it and how your mindset handles it. A scarcity mindset, that constant thought of "I don't have enough" or "there's always something missing," only attracts more scarcity. That kind of thinking limits your opportunities, leads to poor financial decisions, and, more importantly, prevents you from seizing the opportunities around you. When you live with a scarcity mindset, all you see is lack. But when you change your outlook and start cultivating an abundance mindset, you begin to see the countless possibilities around you. The abundance mindset sees money as a tool to reach your goals, not something to be feared or avoided. When you change the way you see money, you start acting differently, more confidently, more strategically, and more open to opportunities for growth. Money is not your enemy, it's your ally on the path to your dreams. With an abundance mindset, you see money as something that can be multiplied, invested, and used to reach freedom. And when you begin to view money this way, opportunities start to appear. You'll realize that true wealth isn't just in what you have, but in how you manage what you have. You might be thinking, $1,000 isn't a lot. What can I even do with that? Well, you'd be surprised by the impact that amount can have on your financial life. Having $1,000 saved up not only brings a sense of security, but also gives you peace of mind and control over your finances. Imagine living without the constant stress of unexpected bills or emergencies. $1,000 could be the difference between a calm month and a stressful one. This emergency fund, even if small, provides a safety net that reduces financial anxiety and puts you back in control. You start feeling that even in tough times, you have a base to handle challenges without taking out loans or going into debt. More than that, this amount can be the starting point of your financial future. The simple act of saving builds the habit of saving, and that habit will open doors to a more secure and controlled future. With a $1,000 saved, you'll feel that you're no longer living on the edge. You'll begin to believe you can handle life's surprises without losing your financial balance. And the best part, that starting amount doesn't have to be the end. It can be the beginning. You can use those $1,000 as a foundation to expand your investments, increase your savings, and eventually build greater wealth. But the key is taking that first step, putting that money somewhere safe, and making sure it's there when you need it. Now imagine suddenly losing your job or facing an unexpected emergency. What would you do if you didn't have any savings? The truth is, when you have an emergency fund, your life changes. It's not just about having money saved. It's about the freedom to make decisions without the constant fear of not being able to pay your bills or being in a desperate financial situation. An emergency fund is like an invisible safety net that protects you from adversity. With it, you can make decisions with more calm and confidence, knowing that if something comes up, you have enough resources to cover expenses until you recover. It gives you the freedom to seize opportunities like an unexpected investment or a better job offer, without the pressure of making rushed decisions out of desperation. And a well-built reserve doesn't just bring financial security, it improves your relationships too. Financial stress often creates conflict in marriages and personal relationships. When you no longer have to worry constantly about money, you can focus on what truly matters: your health, your family, and your personal goals. Imagine waking up knowing you're prepared for any financial challenge. That peace of mind is priceless. You no longer live paycheck to paycheck, no longer waiting for the next payday just to breathe. With your reserve, you can live more peacefully, make better choices, and most importantly, feel in control of your life. That freedom of choice is invaluable. It gives you the power to decide when and how to make changes in your life without being forced by external circumstances. And the good news, building an emergency fund doesn't have to be an impossible goal. With discipline and consistency, you can build it little by little, until you reach a level of financial safety that allows you to live with more confidence and less fear of the unexpected. Financial education is, without a doubt, the turning point for anyone who wants to change their financial life in a lasting way. The problem for many people is not how much they earn, but how much they know about managing what they earn. The lack of financial knowledge prevents people from making smart decisions about their resources, leading to repeated mistakes and a cycle of financial difficulties. But by learning about finance, you gain the power to control your financial destiny. Financial education gives you the tools needed to understand how money works, how it can be managed, and how to use it strategically to build wealth. You begin to understand what assets and liabilities are, how to avoid debt that consumes your future, and how to make your money work for you. Imagine the impact of understanding, for example, how compound interest works, or how to calculate investment returns. Without that knowledge, many end up putting their money into options that don't deliver the expected results. Financial education also allows you to choose the best investment opportunities, diversify your portfolio, and know when and how to save for long-term goals. With the right knowledge, money stops being a mystery and becomes a powerful tool. From the moment you learn how to control your spending, invest wisely and plan your financial future, new doors begin to open. Money becomes a tool that works for you, not something you're just trying to accumulate. Financial education transforms what once seemed complex into something understandable and accessible. And the best part? Financial education is within your reach. There are books, courses, videos, and even financial advisors who can help you develop this skill. By investing in your knowledge, you're building the foundation for a safer and more prosperous future. It doesn't matter where you are right now. What matters is starting to learn and applying what you know. You've probably heard the famous phrase, "No risk, no reward." But when it comes to money, many people are afraid to take the first step. The fear of making mistakes or losing what they have stops many from taking action. The truth is, the biggest mistake is not taking action at all. Being paralyzed, waiting for perfect conditions or the right time to start might be the biggest obstacle in your financial journey. When you decide to begin, even with a small amount or a small action, you're already taking the first step toward changing your financial life. The mistake isn't in starting, it's in not starting. If you wait until everything is perfect, more money, more time, more knowledge, the perfect moment will never come. The secret is to start with what you have, as you are, and learn along the way. You will probably make mistakes, and that's completely normal. Every mistake you make is a learning opportunity. What truly matters is not giving up and continuing to learn from those mistakes. Over time, those mistakes will become valuable experiences that guide your future financial decisions. The key here is to stay consistent even when the results don't appear right away. Don't fear making mistakes. They are part of the process of growth and learning. Instead of waiting for perfection, start now and adjust your path as you go. With each step, you'll learn something new, adjust your strategy, and get closer to your goal of achieving financial freedom. In the end, you'll see that success doesn't come from avoiding mistakes, but from using mistakes as lessons to improve continuously. What separates people who achieve financial freedom from those who continue to struggle month after month is planning. Having a good financial plan is like having a map for a journey. Without it, you might still reach your destination, but you'll likely get lost along the way. With a clear plan, you know exactly where you are, where you're going, and what the best routes are to reach your goals. When you plan your finances, you start to control your expenses, prioritize your investments, and visualize your long-term goals. Creating a solid monthly budget is one of the first steps you should take. It helps you see where you're overspending, where you can cut costs, and how to allocate more money to savings or investments. Financial planning isn't just about saving. It's about using your money strategically to achieve your goals. You can plan for retirement, to buy a home, to travel, or even to start a business. The more you plan, the easier it becomes to make smart financial decisions in the future. When it comes to building wealth in a solid and lasting way, diversification is one of the most important pillars. Many people make the mistake of putting all their resources into a single income stream or investment, thinking it's simpler that way. However, this strategy can be risky. If something goes wrong, everything you've built could be lost at once. Diversification means spreading your investments across different types of assets, like real estate, stocks, bonds, investment funds, and even alternative investments like gold or collectibles. The goal is to reduce risk and increase your chances of positive returns. By diversifying, you lower the possibility of losing everything in case one investment performs poorly. For example, if you invest only in one company's stock and that company runs into trouble, your entire investment could vanish. But if you spread your investments between stocks, real estate, and safer assets like government bonds, you're protecting your wealth against unexpected market fluctuations. Diversification doesn't mean investing randomly, but choosing investments that are not closely correlated and can perform independently. Also, when you diversify, you're creating multiple sources of income. That means if one source underperforms, others can offset the loss. Diversifying your investments not only protects you from risks, it also increases your opportunities for financial growth. So when planning your financial journey, always remember to spread your resources across different types of investments. It will give you security and freedom to take full advantage of the opportunities that come your way. When it comes to personal finances, time is one of your greatest allies. Many people want fast results and get frustrated when change doesn't happen immediately. But it's important to remember that wealth building and true financial freedom happen over time, with patience and persistence. Patience doesn't mean inaction. It means continuing to do the right things even when results aren't immediately visible. Long-term investing is the safest way to ensure your money grows without needing to take high risks or look for shortcuts that can lead to losses. If you invest in assets that appreciate over time, like real estate or strong company stocks, and stay focused, you'll see the fruits of your labor down the road. The secret is not to rush the process. Patience allows your investments to grow over time and lets you benefit from compound interest. Every time you reinvest your earnings, the multiplier effect begins to work in your favor. Patience also helps you resist the temptation to make early withdrawals from your investments, which could jeopardize your long-term growth. When you commit to the long run, every contribution you make, every disciplined financial action, adds up to your success. And over time, you'll see that small actions can generate massive results. Patience, combined with knowledge, is what transforms the simple act of saving and investing into an effective process for building lasting wealth. Continuous learning is one of the greatest assets you can have on your financial journey. The world is constantly changing, and with it, investment options, money management tools, and financial best practices evolve. To keep up with that pace and stay one step ahead, ongoing financial education is crucial. Many people stop learning about personal finance once they reach some stability or feel they already know enough. But financial opportunities are always shifting, and what worked in the past may no longer be effective. Financial education isn't a one-time event. It's a continuous journey of learning. Investing in your education means reading books, taking courses, watching videos, seeking expert advice, and staying up to date with new strategies that apply to your personal situation. Knowledge allows you to make more informed decisions, so you don't have to rely on luck or advice from unreliable sources. It also helps develop a critical mindset, so you won't be swayed by trends or pressured into popular investments. You'll make choices based on careful analysis. Financial education also gives you more control over your money, helping you understand and take advantage of the best financial products on the market. And when you keep learning, you end up teaching others around you, creating a positive cycle that impacts your entire network. Investing in education is not just an investment in knowledge. It's an investment in your financial future and your long-term success. Setting clear financial goals is one of the most powerful practices for achieving financial success. Many people have vague dreams of getting rich or having more money, but without a clear goal, it's hard to know where to start or how to measure progress. Financial goals give direction to your journey and turn dreams into concrete achievements. A well-defined goal should be specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound, the famous SMART model. For example, instead of saying, "I want to save more money," A clear goal would be, I want to save $10,000 in 12 months for a down payment on a house. This goal is specific. You know exactly how much to save and by when. Besides being clear, financial goals need to be realistic. That means setting challenging but attainable targets considering your current situation. If you're just starting your financial journey and set a huge goal without a solid foundation, you may end up frustrated. Start with smaller goals and gradually build your confidence and financial capability. Setting financial goals also helps you stay focused and motivated. When you have a clear objective, it becomes easier to resist the temptation to spend unnecessarily because you know you're investing in something bigger. With every step you take toward those goals, you feel the progress and the satisfaction of getting closer to your objective. Remember, financial success is not a matter of luck, but of intentional action and consistency. Set your goals, create a plan to achieve them, and commit to following it. With discipline and patience, you will see your goals becoming reality, one by one. Relying on a single source of income can be risky. Depending solely on your salary or a single investment makes you vulnerable to unexpected changes, such as a layoff, an economic crisis, or market fluctuations. The solution is to diversify your sources of income. The more income streams you have, the safer and more stable your financial future will be. It's not just about earning more money, but about protecting your financial life from unexpected events. If you have extra income from a small business, investments, or even a monetizable skill, you're building a financial safety net. With multiple income streams, the impact of losing one is reduced, and you can continue saving and investing without compromising your quality of life. A great way to start creating multiple income streams is by exploring your skills and passions. You can begin with freelance work, selling products online, offering specialized services, or investing in income-generating assets like real estate funds or dividend-paying stocks. The important thing is to start and explore the various options available to you. Additionally, having different income sources also gives you more freedom to invest strategically. You can take more risks in certain investments while maintaining safer income streams. The key to building wealth is having a solid base of diversified income sources that give you more control and options for the future. Now that you've made it to the end of this video, it's time to put everything you've learned into practice. The journey to financial freedom starts with a single step, and the time to act is now. Remember, success doesn't happen overnight. It's built with patience, consistency, and smart actions over time. Don't wait for perfection or for the right moment. Start with what you have, where you are, and keep moving forward toward your financial goals. Financial education, planning, discipline, and diversification are the keys to achieving true financial freedom. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. They are learning opportunities. What matters most is that you keep moving forward and adapting your strategy as you grow. If you found this content valuable, share it with your friends and family. They too can begin transforming their financial lives and take the first steps toward freedom. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more tips and strategies to help you achieve your financial goals. Success is possible, and you are on the right path. Let's achieve this journey of financial transformation together. Share this with someone who needs to hear these tips and subscribe to the channel for more content that will help you reach financial freedom. Let's keep going together.